From Monan Park at BC High in Boston, Mass. This is Game 3 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series here on LSP. It's the EI Braids and the Boston A's in Game 3. This is the A's home game with the series tied one game apiece. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring the play-by-play story. Both teams have traded 5-4 victories in the first two games, with the Braves coming back from a 3-1 deficit down their final 4 outs, finally cracked A's starter P.J. Brown last night in the bottom of the 6th. Got 2 runs after the first 2 were retired in the bottom of the 6th to tie it at 3. Then we got to the top of the 9th before Brown himself drove in the go-ahead RBI and was 1 out away from making it a 2-0 series lead for the A's before the bases were loaded, and a walk-off single by Steve Rizzuto plated Kyle Halloran and Thomas Byrne to give the Braves the win and even this series. A diving catch in right field, last-ditch effort by Chris Digiacomo would have secured the win for the A's and would have secured the 2-0 series lead, but we play on in this best-of-7 at 1 apiece. Starting pitcher tonight for the A's is Chris Sandini, and the first batter he will face for the Braves is the center fielder Alex Haslam, who was 0 for 4 last night and didn't get on base until his final plate appearance, when down to the Braves' final out, he was hit by a Brown pitch, which gave Rizzuto the chance to walk it off. So the starting lineup in full for the Braves is as follows. Alex Haslam leading it off in center, followed by Kyle Halloran in right. Hector Cosguani is the shortstop. Eddie Beauregard is the DH. Mike Smith is at first. Andrew Lindquist is at second. Joseph Buchel is at third. Rudy Baez is behind the plate. And Thomas Fisher rounds out the lineup in left. Righty against righty, and it looks like Sandini will work exclusively from the stretch. In the first pitch, fired at 7:50, is down and away for ball 1, and we're underway. So again, Haslam was 0 for 4 last night and got plunked to keep the rally alive, and eventually the Braves won last night, as that is on the outside corner for strike 1 to even the count. Sandini, the starter for the A's. In the regular season, in 8 appearances, was 5-1 with a 3.36 ERA. In 33 1/3 innings, as that's fouled away, strike 2. He allowed 30 hits, 20 runs, 16 of which were earned, walked 10, and struck out 32 and hit 2 batters. Count is 1-2 to the Braves center fielder. Sandini in the regular season did not make an appearance against the Braves. One, two. A check swing, and I'll appeal, and he went around, says the first base umpire. So that is strike 3, and Haslam is retired to begin the ball game. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Kyle Halloran. Halloran was in the 6th slot in the lineup last night, and then went 2 for 3 with 2 singles, including an RBI. And, of course, scored what ended up being the tying run on that single as he hits this one into right, and it's caught for a quick out number 2. So Halloran retired. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Cosguani, the shortstop. And Halloran was at second base last night, and again is in right field now. Here is Hector Cosguani, the shortstop. Last night was 0 for 4, reached on a fielder's choice in the 8th. His only time on base. Otherwise, grounded to short, grounded to first, and popped up to second. Nothing left the infield. And that'll be on the outside corner for strike 1 to the Braves shortstop. Give you the A's lineup before they come to bat. Sandini with the 0-1. And that'll be nubbed down the third baseline and picked up in foul territory for strike 2. Well, was talking about it a lot last night weather permitting for this game, and lo and behold, it held off. And I have learned to absolutely not trust any weather forecast whatsoever. Oh, boy. I mean, it would have been easier to get the game in if it rained at all today here, considering it's a turf field, although we still have the dirt mound, as that is up and in for ball one. But no rain at all. Earlier today, there was a huge swath of storms that basically covered the entire state of Maine, looking at the radar. This will be grounded to the left side and through for a base hit, and the Braves have a two-out base runner. So Cosguani aboard, and here is Eddie Beauregard, the DH. Beauregard did not play last night. In the regular season, Beauregard was one of the Braves' best hitters. And he'll throw over to first, and he's back safely. Beauregard in 18 games hit .431 with a 1326 OPS, 9 doubles, 3 triples, 2 homers, and 27 RBIs, and 13 walks to 11 strikeouts, and also stole 3 bases in 4 attempts. As that'll just miss inside for ball one. Beauregard fell 2 plate appearances. Actually, no, I misspoke. Did have enough plate appearances to qualify for the batting title, just looking at the at-bats, but 58 at-bats. Video game numbers, man. Another throw over to first. Now gets away from the first baseman up to second. Goes Cosguani, and he's still going as they had a hard time digging it out of the corner there down the right field line. That is a very costly error as Cosguani gets to third on the E1. So first run of the ball game, 90 feet away for the Braves with 2 outs and still a 1-0 count to the designated hitter, Eddie Beauregard. Sandini comes set. And the pitch. Inside corner, strike 1 to even the count. Two and one. This will be ground to the right side out of the reach of the pitcher. Bobbled by the second baseman, but on to first for the out that retires the side. So the 2-out single and error do not come back to bite the A's. And after half an inning, Braves nothing, A's coming out. This is Game 3 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. So as Dave Vellante and the Braves take the field for the bottom of the first, here's the A's starting lineup. It's almost the same as last night, in terms of the players anyways. Some position shuffling. Ryan Patron is going to lead it off at second base tonight, followed by Alex Wong in center. P.J. Brown is in left. James Katzerobis is at first. Chris Digiacomo is in right. Derek Pizarro is at short. Tommy Laney is at third. Adam Braid is behind the plate, and Ryan McGowan-Conran rounds out the lineup as the DH. So Braid, the only new player in the lineup. As I mentioned, some position shuffling from last night. Dave Vellante, the Braves starter tonight. And Vellante, in the regular season, made 10 appearances and had a .261 ERA with a 5-1 record. In 45 2/3 innings, allowed 40 hits, 23 runs, 17 of which were earned, walked 5 and struck out 56. Surrendered 1 home run, hit 4 batters, and threw 1 wild pitch. First task tonight for Vellante is the second baseman Patron, and Patron takes strike 1. Patron last night was 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs, a stolen base, and a hit by pitch. And he hits this one into left field and gets his night started the same way he did last night with a base hit. So here's the center fielder, Alex Wong. Dave's uncle tuning in tonight. Here's a throw down to second. It is spiked well short of second base, and into second with a stolen base is Patron, and he is in scoring position rather quickly. Count is 1-0 to Alex Wong. Last night, Wong was 0 for 3, flew out to center twice and grounded out short before being hit by a pitch in the 7th and walking in the 9th as that is fouled off, and the count will be 1-1. This is off the end of the bat into left field, and that will be caught by the Braves left fielder Thomas Fisher for out number 1. And back to second goes Patron. Apparently it's Chris Sandini's uncle in the comments. Whoops. Correcting. Well, anyways. So 1 up, 1 on, 1 out rather, and here is Brown who takes strike 1. Brown put the team on his back and basically the team lived and died with him last night. Heroic performance on the mound, but gave up, had the go-ahead RBI in the top of the 9th before giving up the game-tying and winning RBIs on that single in the bottom half of that inning. Pitched 8 2/3, and it was a great performance. Alas, it was for naught, and the series is tied at 1. But he has another chance to give the A's a lead here, which he did twice. Which he did actually, twice last night. Throw back to second, because it was his ground out that gave the A's a 2-1 lead in the top of the 3rd. And then his single brought home McGowan-Conran for the lead in the top of the 9th as that's down and away. And the count will be 1-2. So both teams able to get a runner into scoring position in the first inning. Braves were unable to bring him home. Can the A's bring Patron home? And this will be popped up into shallow left. And the left fielder, Fisher, calling off the shortstop, Cosguani, for out number 2. couple of weakly hit balls off the end of the bat, resulting in outs here for the A's, and it'll be up to James Katzerobis, who got the start second last night and is at first tonight. Katzerobis last night was 0 for 4 with a walk in the fifth of last night's game. Was the last out of for the A's offense in the top of the ninth, as that's a ball, 1-0. And that almost hit him, and then it almost came back to the inside corner. And alas, it is 2-0. Katzerobis in the regular season was a .326 hitter with a .1020 OPS, 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 14 RBIs. He takes a strike, and it is 2-1. This will be fouled over towards the Braves' dugout on the third base side, and the count is even at 2. Chris Digiacomo on deck if we get that far. When the whole Sandini clan is in the comments tonight. 2-2 still as that's fouled off. Is Chris Sandini's third half cousin, twice removed, going to make an appearance in the chat too? 2-2. Down and away, full count. Outside for ball 4. As Baez tried to frame it, pulling it back to the outside corner, but home plate umpire was unconvinced. And it's a 2-out walk, first and second, 2 out. And here's Digiacomo, and you know he wants redemption after laying out to try and make a game-saving catch. But unfortunately, on the ball hit by Pizarro, Rizzuto last night, unfortunately popped out of his glove, and that allowed both runs to score and the Braves to win. 1-0 the count now to Digiacomo. The plate last night, Digiacomo was 1 for 4 with a single, and he comes up empty. 1-1. And now Chris's boss is in the comments saying, mow him down, Chris. Well, let's see if the A's can give Chris a lead here. This is a slow roller to third. Barehanded throw on to first. And it is not in time. Infield single for Digiacomo. And now the bases are loaded with 2 out. So Patron at third, Katzerobis at second, Digiacomo at first. Here is Derek Pizarro, who made some fantastic defensive plays last night, but had a couple of miscues late in the game that allowed the Braves to stay in and eventually win. Pizarro last night was 1 for 4 with a double. That double coming in the 8th inning with 2 outs, but did not end up getting any further than that. 0-1 the count to Pizarro. And with the bases loaded, Vellante is going to go with a full windup. And this is ground to the Left side, third baseman wins the race to the bag for the force that retires the side, and the A's leave the bases loaded. After one complete, no score between the Braves and the A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. LSP is the live events specialists. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. All right, Sandini clan, on your feet. Here he is back on the mound to face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters of the Braves lineup, Smith, Lindquist, and Buechele. Mike Smith game to start first base tonight, leading things off here in the top of the second. Smith last night was the DH and went 3 for 3 with 3 singles, and then was pinch run for by Mariano Jimenez after he reached on his single in the 6th, and Jimenez ended up scoring the tying run to make it a 3-3 game in the 6th. It is 1-0 the count to Smith. And that'll bounce away from the A's catcher, Adam Braid, for ball 2, and it's 2-0. Jimenez ended up scoring that run, by the way, after he pinch ran for Smith on a wild pitch. And then Jimenez struck out swinging in his lone at-bat of the ball game in the 8th. So a 2-0 count to Mike Smith. And that'll catch the inside corner first, strike 1, 2-1. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for the Braves. And no runs, 2 hits, 1 errors, and 3 left for the A's through 1 inning, as this is off the end of the bat into left field. And that'll be caught on the run by the A's left fielder and last night's starter, P.J. Brown, for out number 1. Nice catch going into the gap there. So Smith is retired, and here is Andrew Lindquist getting the start at second tonight. Lindquist was a pinch hitter in the 7th last night for Tim Zupkis, and he grounded out to second in his first at-bat, as that is on the outside corner for strike 1. And then in the bottom of the 9th, with the tying and winning runs on base, Lindquist, a man with a slash line this year of 500, 554, 740, laid down a sacrifice bunt. 1-1 the count. This will be grounded to the right side. Second baseman Patron's got it, and on to first to beat Lindquist for out number 2. So that'll bring up Joseph Buchel, who did not play last night. Buchel played 8 games in the regular season and batted .320 with 1 double and 5 RBIs. And that'll be fouled off. Oh and 1 the count to Buchel, the third baseman. The catcher Rudy Baez on deck if we get that far, but it is now 0 and 2. Sandini comes set, and the pitch. Fouled off. The left fielder for the A's, Brown, is playing considerably deeper than the center fielder or the right fielder. And a swing and a miss. And Sandini picks up his second strikeout. He gets the side in order. And after a buck and a half, it is still no score between the Braves and A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Order a DVD of this game or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit lsp37.creator-spring.com for merchandise and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for a DVD copy of most past LSP video broadcasts. We go to the bottom of the second. Will be the bottom third of the order due up for the A's. Tommy Linnane, Adam Braid, and Ryan McGowan-Conran. Linnane, the third baseman tonight, and Dave Vellante back on the mound for his second inning of work and delivers strike 1. Linnane last night was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Both of his singles coming his first 2 at-bats in the second and fourth innings. As that'll just miss inside for ball 1. Down and away, and the count will be 2-1. Linnane's first single was erased. Linnane's first single last night in the top of the second was erased on a screamer of a line drive to first that was snared by the first baseman Liam Sears for a 3-run assisted double play. And that double play ended the top of the second. 2-2 the count. And this will be grounded to the left side. Diving stop by the third baseman, and the throw will short hop into first, and that'll be an infield single for Linnane. So he begins his night again with a single. So the leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning for the A's, and here is the catcher, Adam Braid. Braid did not play last night, and the first pitch to him is swung on and miss for strike one. Braid in the regular season played 23 games, about a .295 with 1 double, 3 triples, 8 RBIs, and 10 walks. Also was hit by 6 pitches and had 2 sacrifices. This is a little blooper into center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Up to second goes Linane and holds there. So the A's already with 4 hits. But left the bases loaded without scoring last inning. Can they capitalize here in the second? As the number 9 hitter and designated hitter, Ryan McGowan-Conran, will come to the plate. Conran was the first baseman last night and went 2 for 4 with 2 singles out of the number 8 slot and scored the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th. Possible bunt situation with the corners creeping in here. He does square, and he gets it down in front of the pitcher. He's going to go to third for the force, and it will be an out as the ball was bobbled a little bit by Buechele at third, but he hangs on to it. So it is a 1-5 fielder's choice, and it will still be first and second now with 1 out. Braid now up to second, and McGowan-Conran at first. Again, that was a 1-5 fielder's choice. So the lineup turns over for Ryan Patron, who led off the bottom of the first with a single. And he will take downstairs for ball 1. Bounces and goes to the backstop. And up to second and third go McGowan-Conran and Braid. On the wild pitch. And it makes it a 2-0 count, too. So the A's end up getting the result they wanted out of McGowan-Conran's at bat. And Patron will take on the inside corner, 2-1. So Braid at third, McGowan-Conran at second, and 1 out here in a scoreless ball game, but two runners in scoring position for the A's, as that'll catch the outside corner for strike 2. Alex Wong is on deck. Patron, by the way, in the regular season was a .277 hitter with 1 double, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. Grounds this one, bobbled by the shortstop. He'll throw on to first for his only play, as that will bring home Braid from third. McGowan-Conran goes up to third, and Patron is retired, and it is 1-0 A's. So runner at third, 2 out for Alex Wong. As that'll miss for ball 1. Wong flew out to left his first time up. Fouled straight back, and the count will be 1-1. Wong in the regular season, 1042 OPS, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 20 RBIs, 19 walks, only 14 strikeouts, 10 hit by pitches. He hits this one in the air to right, and that'll be caught by the right fielder Halloran for the out that retires the side. So the A's get only one run out of that, but they do take the lead. And after two complete 1-0 A's over the Braves in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. All right, so here we go to the top of the third. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Braves. Rudy Baez, Thomas Fisher, and Alex Haslam. Baez, the catcher, did not play last night. In the regular season, Baez played in 13 games at .382 with no extra base hits and 9 RBIs. And the first pitch from Sandini is just upstairs for ball 1. Baez played in exactly 1 game against the A's in the regular season and had 1 base hit. That misses inside, and it's 2-0. Game 3 of our best of 7 championship series. Game 4 scheduled for tomorrow night at Town Field in Dorchester. We will not have coverage of that game here on LSP. The EI Braves will be streaming it on their social media. And that hit him. So for the first time tonight, the Braves get the leadoff man aboard. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Thomas Fisher. Fisher, last night in the 9 slot, was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Imagine we'll see him lay one down here. Try to get the tying run in scoring position. He does not square it. It's low for ball 1. Fisher in the regular season was a .333 hitter. 8 for 24 in 10 games with 3 doubles and 5 RBIs and 5 walks compared to 4 strikeouts. Also stole 4 out of 4 bases. Oh! That was a much firmer plunk than the one that got Baez, and back-to-back hit batsmen have first and second, nobody out. So the lineup turns over for the leadoff hitter, Alex Haslam. Haslam struck out swinging to begin the ball game, the first of thus far 2 strikeouts for Sandini. Haslam in the regular season was 0 for 7 with 2 runs scored against the A's. And he's got the tying run in scoring position here in his second at-bat of the ball game. 0 for 4 last night. And that'll be up and away, 2-0. Did reach base, as I mentioned, by getting hit by a pitch, in fact, to prolong the inning and get Rizzuto up to the plate to drive in the tying and winning runs. I mean, that hit by pitch loaded the bases last night in the bottom of the ninth. If you go back into our archives, go back to the on our YouTube channel, go back to the 2017 Intercity League Championship Series, as that'll be fouled off, 2-1. Go back to Game 3 of the 2017 Intercity League Championship Series, Lexington Blue Sox, Reading Bulldogs. The Lexington Blue Sox in the bottom of the 10th in a 1-1 game got the bases loaded with 1 out, and Dorian Rojas was pinch hitting and nearly got hit by the first 2 pitches before hitting a single in the left to win the championship for the Blue Sox, as that'll miss inside, and the count will be 3-1. As that'll be fouled off, and the count will be full at 3-2. And by the way, the pitcher who gave up that championship-winning RBI to the Blue Sox 5 years ago, Park League legend J.P. Songen. The thing was, though, Songen was basically the last pitcher the Bulldogs had available that game. So, and that'll be low. Ball 4, bases loaded. So 2 hit batsmen and a walk to start the inning. Baez at third, Fisher at second, Haslam at first. Here is Halloran, who flew out to right his first time up, as the corner infielders come in here to see if they can get a force at the plate on a ground ball. And that'll be low for ball 1. Sandini. Well, I don't know what's caused him to lose it here after cruising, relatively speaking, through the first 2 innings, as this is a fly ball into shallow left, and Pizarro makes the catch for a big out number 1. Yeah, he is in a spot, but he's got the first out without anybody coming across. Now here's Cosguani, who has the only hit thus far tonight for the A's, for the Braves, rather. Singled with 2 outs in the first, and then got to third on an error, as here is a wild pitch going to the backstop, and in comes Baez to tie the game. One as Baez scores, Fisher up to third, Haslam up to second on the wild pitch. 1-0 count to Cosguani. As I was saying, Cosguani got to third on an error by Sandini on a pickoff attempt. And now take high for ball 2. Nobody warming yet for the A's. Still no hits in the inning. Oh, what a pitch there. Cosguani going fishing, to say the least, and it is 2-1. All right, so the left side of the infield is in here. First baseman Katzerobis off the bag, but not all the way in. And the second baseman Patron back towards the outfield. 2-2 as that's fouled off. Eddie Beauregard on deck for the Braves as they look to claim the lead for the first time tonight. The Braves did not lead at all last night until the until the single. Oh, and it was bobbled at first after the strikeout. And Cosguani's going to reach on the strikeout in E2. So it is now bases loaded again and still only one out. As I was saying, it was like the Braves didn't lead at all last night until they scored the winning run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Here they are, bases loaded, 1 out, Beauregard at the plate, and Beauregard grounds this one to the left side. Third baseman comes home with it for the force, and that is all they will get, and there are now 2 down. God, can you imagine just the damage that could have been done this inning by the Braves, as it's another fielder's choice. As Fisher is retired, Haslam is at third, Cosguani's at second, Beauregard is at first. This is into left center field, going back, and it is off the mesh monster. 1 run is home. Here comes another, here comes a third. 3-run double by Mike Smith. 4-1. And Andrew Lindquist trying to keep the line moving. Fouls that one off for a strike. 1, he ground out to second. So Smith drives in 3. The base is clearing double. And that nearly hit him. Would have been the 3rd hit batsman of the inning. First hit of the inning for the Braves, and they've put up a 4 spot. And that nearly came and got him again, and it is 2-1. Biggest inning either side put up last night was actually by the Braves. They had 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 9th. And they have 4 runs here in the 3rd. This will be fouled off, and the count will be 2-2. Braves put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the second in game 1, as this is lined up the middle for a base hit. Around third is Smith, and he will score, and it is 5-1. RBI single for Lindquist. So here's Joseph Boucher. The 9th man to bat in the inning. He struck out swinging to end the second. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. So the Braves put up a 5 spot for the second consecutive game. Scored at least 4 in each of the first 3 games. This is the most runs they have scored in an inning this series. As this is lined to short and just barely winning the race to second is Pizarro, as a little barrel roll at the end by Lindquist going to the second base bag, but he's okay. But 5 runs on 2 hits with 1 left for the Braves, and after 2.5, 5-1 Braves over the A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. For those of you wondering, this is not top of the third was not the biggest inning of the postseason for the Braves. They actually put up a 7 spot in the top of the first against the bottom of the first against Palmer. No, is that, well, it was. As the Braves put up a 7 spot in the top of the first in game 2 against Palmer, and then put up 6 in the bottom of the 5th when they were already up 5-0 against Palmer in game 3 of the semifinals. So their 3rd biggest inning of the postseason gives them a 5-1 lead going into the bottom of the 3rd, and it'll be P.J. Brown, James Katzerobis, and Chris Digiacomo due up here for the A's. Vellante back to work and hits the outside corner for strike 1. And Sandini's love local sports productions. Thank you so much to the Sandini family. Hopefully that love will carry over to Chris, and hopefully he can settle into it here the rest of the way. As this is driven deep to right, back goes Halloran, and he fields it off the base of the wall. On his way to third is Brown. The throw into third, not in time. And it's a leadoff triple for P.J. Brown. Well, Sandini clan wants big bat time. They got a good start there as the A's pick up their first extra base hit of the ball game. Leadoff man at third. They've had the leadoff man on in every inning thus far. Brown now 90 feet away, and here is James Katzerobis, who walked his first time up in the first and takes one up and in for ball 1. Tuno. Remember, these are the same dimensions as Fenway Park. So you got a lot of, you got a long ways to go out there in right field, in that part of right field. As it is now 2-1 to Katzerobis. And that'll be up and in to make it 3-1. Katzerobis batted .326 with a double, triple, and homer and 14 RBIs in the regular season. Oh! Would have been ball 4 anyway as he gets plunked. And it's runners at the corners, nobody out to begin the bottom of the third. Can't get too comfortable here on the mound. Dave Vellante got to attack. He got a 4-run lead. Here is Digiacomo, singled his first time up, and he hits this one into center field. Haslam going back, makes the catch. Brown tags from third, and he will score easily. It's a sacrifice fly, and the A's inch closer. It is 5-2. So runner on first, 1 out for Derek Pizarro, who grounded into a fielder's choice to end the bases loaded threat in the first, and now he gets plunked. We have now had 4 hit batsmen in this inning alone. 2 by Sandini in the top half, and 2 now by Vellante. Here in the bottom half, as that brings a tying run to the plate with 1 out in the person of Tommy Linane, who singled his first time up, leading off the second. And that was a ball, and I think the home plate umpire was about to signal the strike, but he held off, and it is 1-0. So you got Katzerobis at second and Pizarro at first, and a swing and a miss by Linane, and that will even the count at 1. Driven deep to left. Back goes Fisher to the wall, and he catches it on the warning track. Oh, it's so tempting to get excited there, but it just died just in front of the wall. And that'll be out number 2 as the runners retreat. So it'll be up to Adam Braid, who scored the first run of the ball game last inning. Singled and then ended up scoring, being driven home by Patron on a ground out. And the count will be 1-0. Only run this inning coming home on a sacrifice fly by Digiacomo to make it 5-2. And a swing and a miss, and the count will be 1-1. Brown leading off the inning with a triple. Katzerobis getting plunked. The Digiacomo sac fly, then Pizarro got plunked. Great off speed pitch there, and it'll be 1-2 to the catcher, Adam Braid. Foul straight back. Vellante in the regular season hit 4 batters in 45 2/3 innings. Hit 2 in 2 2/3 tonight. Fouled off. Vellante did not make an appearance against the A's in the regular season. A little broken bat number down the third base line, and that is a foul ball. Of the 41 times A's batters were hit by pitches this year, only seven of them came against the Braves, which was the third most. They got plunked 8 times by the Boston Blue Jays and 10 times by Mass Envelope Grossman Marketing. Still 1-2 the count. And after that broken back grounder, waiting for Braid to get a fresh stick. He's ready. 1-2 the count, 2 out with Katzerobis at second and Pizarro at first. Braid representing the tying run. 1 run home already this inning for the A's. And this is into left field for a base hit. Around third is Katzerobis. He will score standing up, and into third sliding is Pizarro as it's an RBI single for Braid, and it is 5-3. 2 strike, 2 out RBI. The biggest backbreakers of them all. Conference at the mound now as the Braves try to settle down Vellante. The number 9 hitter, Ryan McGowan-Conran, on deck. Not on deck, ready to come to the plate as the conference will be broken up. And as long as we're talking about hit by pitches, the Braves were only hit by 24 pitches this year in 28 games. And 5 of them were courtesy of the A's. Second most they had been victimized by, behind only the Padres. 0-1 the count to McGowan-Conran, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. As he'll hit this one foul, and the count will be 0-2. So Braid with the 2-out RBI. And now Pizarro, he's at first with Pizarro at third. Braid the tying run first, the go-ahead run, McGowan-Conran at the plate, and he takes up and away, ball 1. We had a relatively fast-moving game last night, got through 9 innings in about 2.5 hours. And a swing and a miss of a pitch way outside for strike 3. And McGowan-Conran is retired, and so are the A's. They pick up 2 more runs on 2 hits and leave 2. And after 3 complete, 5-3 Braves over the A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. And just to finish my thought about the pace of this game, I mean, obviously it's 5-3 through 3 innings, so obviously it'll take longer than your average Park League game, but we got through 9 innings in an hour and a half in a 5-4 ball game. It's 5-3 through 3. We started at 7:50. It is now 8:52, so we're already past the hour mark. And now that we got through that, we'll let you know that, remember which one is the right Adam's supposed to run? Yes, LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypvp@gmail.com for more information. Top of the fourth, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Braves. Rudy Baez, Thomas Fisher, and Alex Haslam. Baez got the party started last inning after being hit by a pitch and coming around to score on a wild pitch. By that 5-run top of the third by the Braves. It's now 5-3 in this pivotal game 3 of the series, tied at 1 game apiece, as that is in there for strike 1 to Baez. Sandini back out there for inning number 4. His family hoping for get the A's offense back up there and try to pull even or maybe take the lead. High for ball 2. Two and two. A swing and a miss. And Braid applies a tag. Out number 1 of the top of the 4th. And strikeout number 3 for Sandini. Ball 1 to Thomas Fisher. Hit by a pitch. His first time up in the 3rd. And was forced out at home. Going to try and bunt his way on and then pulls back in time for that to be ball 2. Ball 3. On deck is Alex Haslam, and if anybody reaches, Kyle Halloran, as that'll be pumped in there for strike 1. 3-1 the count. And now Fisher will go to work. And that's on the inside corner, full count. Sandini comes set, and the pitch. Grounder to the right side. Patron's got it on to first. Throw a little up the line, but hauling it in is Katzerobis for out number 2. And for the 3rd time tonight, Alex Haslam, the Braves' leadoff hitter and center fielder, walked and scored last inning after striking out to begin the ball game. Sandini looking for second 1-2-3 inning as this is into right field, and that will drop and be picked up near the foul line by Digiacomo for a base hit for Haslam, and the inning continues for the Braves as Haslam picks up his first hit in his last 5, 7, now 8 plate appearances. So a 2-out single for Haslam. Here is Kyle Halloran. Runner goes for second. Throw down to second. Got him! Base umpire was a little hesitant on the call. Wanted to make sure this, they had the ball, but they did. It is a caught stealing of Haslam, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth. We are halfway home. It is still 5-3 Braves here in Game 3 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Order a DVD of this game or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit lsp37.creatorspring.com for merchandise and email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for a DVD of most past LSP video broadcasts. We go the bottom of the fourth. It'll be the top third of the order for the A's. Patron, Wong, and Brown. 5-3 our score as we are halfway home in this pivotal Game 3 with the series tied 1 apiece, best of 7. Patron to lead things off, singled and stole second in the first, and grounded out to short in the second. And Vellante misses for ball 1. Vellante has not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. Sandini has one 1-2-3 inning under his belt and, of course, faced the minimum in the top half of this fourth inning. Gave up the 2-out single to Haslam, but he was promptly erased on the caught stealing. 1-1 the count to the A's second baseman as that is down and away. 2-1. Time for another beverage. Yeah, got a whole big old case of bottled water here in the press box. And apparently has been sitting underneath the bleachers all summer since the start of baseball season, at least, right? Boil before drinking. 3-1. And it'll be ball 4. And for the fourth consecutive inning, the A's have the leadoff man aboard. Patron led off the bottom of the first with a single. Linane led off the bottom of the second with a single. Brown led off the bottom of the third with a triple, and now Patron walks. Wong takes outside for ball 1. Wong is 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a fly out to right. He is the only member of the A's starting lineup to not reach base yet. Down Conran at the bottom of the order, reach on a fielder's choice. As off for second, here's a throw down to second, and it one-hops the bag, and able to stay on the bag. Hopping around there is Patron for the stolen base. 2-0 the count, and a runner in scoring position as Patron picks up his second steal of the ball game and third in the last 2 games. So the tying run at the plate for the A's here in the person of Wong, who's got good power. And he grounds this one to the right side and foul for strike 1, 2-1. Wong had 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 homers in the regular season. But only one of those extra base hits, as off for third goes Patron, uncontested. Only one of Wong's extra base hits in the regular season, though, came against the Braves, and that was just a double. 3-1 the count. And that'll be a nubber down the first baseline, picked up by the pitcher Vellante, and on to first for the out, and holding at third is Patron, and Wong is now 0 for 3. So here is Brown, who got the rally started last inning with a leadoff triple and then scored, and this might be it for Vellante, as yeah, that is going to be it for the Braves starter. He goes 3 1/3, allows 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Still responsible for the runner on third, Patron. He cannot lose this game, but it'll be Patron. 3 runs, 6 hits with only 1 strikeout. And 2 walks and 2 hit batsmen. All right. So we have a new pitcher for the Braves. We'll get that for you in just a second. All right. Well, I had been calling Curtis Beatrice's name for the first 3 1/3 innings, basically, of not his appearance, but Quinn Cleary's appearance last night. But this is the actual factual. Curtis Beatrice to take the mound here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th against P.J. Brown. And Brown fouls that one off the other way for strike 1. So 3 1/3. 3 1/3 for Vellante, as that is inside, but a late read at third by Patron, as that got away from Baez. Will keep Patron there. The count will be 1-1. Downstairs, the count will be 2-1. read these numbers last night, but might as well read them now that it's actually Beatrice. But Curtis in the regular season, 6 appearances, a 3.71 ERA, and 11 third innings, allowed 18 hits, 8 runs, 6 of which were earned, walked 9, struck out 8. And that'll be ball 3. Beatrice made 1 appearance against the A's in the regular season and worked a scoreless, hitless, walkless inning with 2 strikeouts. A swing and a miss, and Brown has run it full 3-2. Brown flew out to the left in the first and tripled and scored in the third. Five-3 score, as that is ball 4. So the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate for James Katzerobis, who has no official at-bat tonight, has walked and been hit by a pitch and scored a run, and that is in there for strike 1. Runner takes off for second, grounded to the left side, past the diving shortstop Cosguani, into left field for a base hit, and the A's are within 1. That will close the book on Dave Vellante. He gets a no decision anyway because he only pitched 3 1/3 innings. But he can't. But like I said, he couldn't lose this game. But Katzerobis now at first. Brown at second. Here is Chris Digiacomo. And he takes on the inside corner for strike 1. Digiacomo 1 for 1, single in the first. Sacrifice fly and an RBI in the third. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first in the bottom of the fourth. A ball and no appeal asked for, as Digiacomo was able to hold his swing there. This is into center field. Haslam makes the catch, making the tag at second, and going for third is Brown, and he will get there. And they're going to throw to second, and he's safe to appeal. They thought Brown left early, and so it will not be a double play. Digiacomo is now 1 for 2 as he flies out to center. Braves appealing the call, but that will be the end of that. So first and third, 2 out. I don't blame them for trying the appeal, because Brown got back to second and then left very quickly for third. Swing and a miss by Pizarro for strike 1, who is 0 for 1. Fielder's choice in the first and a hit by pitch in the third. And that hit him. So for the second consecutive plate appearance, Pizarro is hit by a pitch. And that will load the bases. Tommy Linnane, 1 for 2, singled in the second, flew out to left in the third. Bases filled with A's. Had 1 bases clearing double already, that by the Braves. As this is grounded to the left side, third baseman's got it, and he wins the race to the third base bag for the out that retires the side, and the Braves escape the bottom of the fourth with the lead still intact. They do give up 1 run on 1 hit with 2 walks, a hit batsman, and 3 left. After 4, 5-4 Braves over the A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Are you down with a sound called LSP? Then follow and support us on the web. LocalSportsProductions.com coming back to life soon, along with Facebook, already alive and has been alive for a while. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring and Ko-Fi, LSP37, and of course subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Chris Sandini back to work. 4 strike 2. Down and away for ball 1. Sorry for the issue with the connection there, folks, but we are back on. We continue on. With Sandini back out there for his 5th inning of work. And that'll be up and away to even the count at 2. So Vellante, the Braves starter, goes 3 1/3, allows 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 2 hit batsmen. Full count. And this is lined down the left field line. That'll be a fair ball going into the corner. Around first, on his way to second. Throw there. Oh, he is hosed. Halloran tried to stretch it into a double. Don't blame him going down the corner there, in the left field line, but P.J. Brown, his arm not showing the ill effects of 8 2/3 last night on the mound. 1 down. Ball 1 to Hector Cosguani. Singled in the first, as that'll be strike 1. Reached on an error by the catcher, Braid, after a dropped third strike. And a swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And came around to score on Smith's bases clearing double. As this will be fouled off. 1 and 2 the count. By my count, I have 4 outs on the bases for the Braves tonight. And a swing and a miss. Cosguani goes down on strikes, but this time he won't have the opportunity to reach. 2 down. And so that'll bring up the DH Eddie Beauregard. Beauregard grounded to second in the first, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the third. And that'll get in there for strike 1. There's 4 outs on the bases, by the way. I've got Fisher being forced out at home. That's swung on and missed. Strike 2. And a fielder's choice on the third. And then Lindquist being forced out on a fielder's choice to end the third. And then, of course, there's Haslam getting caught stealing to end the fourth. Then Halloran getting nailed at second, try to stretch a single and a double lead off this inning. As that is upstairs for a ball 1. So 4 outs on the bases for the Braves. I mean, 2 of them you can't really help it with the fielder's choices of Fisher and Lindquist in the third, but still those last 2, Haslam and Halloran. Wonder if those will come back to bite the Braves if the A's can keep it going offensively, as they've gotten back to within 1 after falling behind 5-1 after 2.5. 2-2 the count with Mike Smith on deck. And Sandini strikes them out. So again, he faces the minimum. And that is strikeout number 6 rather, for Sandini. And we are through 4.5 with the Braves still on top of the A's, 5-4 in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on LSP broadcasts for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Bottom of the 5th, and Curtis Beatrice will work his first full inning. And he will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters of the A's lineup, Braid, McGowan, Conran, and Patron. Oh, that's a classic. We queuing up Intergalactic for between innings? Yes, please. Oh, God. And that'll be strike 1. There's a great remix of that song, too. Yeah, it's part of the Hello Nasty Deluxe Edition on Amazon Music and maybe on Spotify. I don't know if it's on Spotify, but that is fouled off for strike 2. To Braid, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, as that'll be fouled off. And after Halloran, by the way, after he singled to lead off the top half of this inning, even though we got hosed at second, that leaves just Joseph Boucher, who's due up third in the top of the 6th, down away 1 and 2, as the last remaining Brave to reach base, yet to reach base. Two and 2. All 5 Braves runs coming in the top of the 3rd, their 3rd biggest inning of the postseason. And that'll be down and in, and it's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. A's had the lead, actually, at 1-0. After 2, as be popped up, fouling out of play. And got 2 runs back in the bottom of the 3rd and 1 more in the bottom of the 4th. Now you just got to go with a mindset that you just got to get on base if you're the A's, knowing you're down by 1. You are the tying run. Just get on base. And a swing and a miss. And Braid is retired for the first time tonight, and that'll be the first strikeout for Beatrice, and only the second strikeout for Braves pitching all night. Jimmy Hodgson, the Braves starter last night, had only 1 strikeout in 4 2/3 innings before Cleary, over the final 4 1/3, registered more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, struck out his first 2 batters. Owen 1 the count to Ryan McGowan-Conran as he gets this one past the second baseman, Lindquist, for a base hit. So that puts the all-important tying run on base. McGowan-Conran's first hit of the ball game, going 2 for 4 last night. Lineup turns over for Ryan Patron, 1 for 2, with a single, a walk, 3 steals, and a run. This has an RBI, drove in Braid, back in the 2nd. That'll be ball 1 way outside. This is a little broken bat looper to second. They'll go to the shortstop for 1, and that's all they'll get. And that's really a tough situation there for McGowan-Conran. He was halfway between first and second, and if Lindquist had caught that, that would have been a rough double play to ground into. Alas, it is now runner on first, 2 down, as Patron is aboard on the 4-6 fielder's choice. And here is Alex Wong trying to get on base for the first time tonight. But first to check on Patron, who, again, has 3 steals tonight. Stole second after singling in the 1st, as that is low for ball 1. And then stole second and 3rd after walking last inning. In the top of the 6th, the Braves will have Smith, Lindquist, and Boucher due up. Throw over to first. And back safely is Patron. Sandini committed an error throwing over to first that allowed Cosguani to get to 3rd, but nothing came of that error. Tying run at first for the A's. It's best of 7 championship series, tied at a game apiece. Runner goes, pitch is a ball, throw down to second. They got him! Ryan Patron caught for the first time tonight. And it ends the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. Still 5-4 Braves in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. LSP is the live event specialist. Ask us about streaming your next sports game, gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, play, meeting, or other event. Rates start just $100. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. Top of the 6th. 5, 6, and 7 in the Braves order due up, and Sandini still out there. Good to know we got got Sandini family members from St. Petersburg watching right now. So it's strike 1, and that'll be ball 1 to Mike Smith, who had that huge 3-run double and made it a 4-1 ball game back in the 3rd, and then he came around to score on Lindquist's single for what is right now the decisive run. 1-2 the count. Smith, Lindquist, and Boucher due up as that just misses outside. And the count will be 2-2. Braves would love some insurance to try and get a 2-1 series lead, as that'll be fouled off. Smith, after going 3 for 3 last night with a run and an RBI, with an RBI, didn't score the run after his reach base the 3rd time, his pinch run for. As that is downstairs, 3-2. Continues his parade now. He's 1 for 2 with a double. 3 RBIs and a run scored. And this is into left center field, and that will be off the mesh monster. Throw into second will not be in time, and Mike Smith picks up his 2nd double of the ball game. And the leadoff man at second for the Braves. Well, this marks the 3rd time that the Braves have had the leadoff man aboard in 6 innings. Of course, when Baez got hit by that pitch in the 3rd, that kicked off the 5-run explosion, as that is in there for strike 1 to Lindquist. Halloran led off the top of the 5th with a single, but tried to stretch it into a double and got hosed. This will be into shallow left and down for a base hit. And if it were a more straight bounce into Brown's glove, he might have had a chance to try and get Smith at 3rd. Alas, it is now 1st and 3rd. Nobody out. The weird angle it took gave Smith the time he needed to get to 3rd. So Lindquist now 2 for 3, and here is Boucher. And he will take high for ball 1. Boucher, the last member of the Braves lineup yet to reach base tonight. At this point, he would just take a sacrifice fly, maybe even to settle for a double play if it meant getting a run home. 1-1 as he comes up empty. Top of the 6th of a 5-4 ball game. Lindquist being held on at first by Katzerobis, and the pitch gets away, and in to score is Mike Smith, and it is 6-4. The 2nd time a leadoff man scores for the Braves on a wild pitch. 2-1 the count, up to second goes Lindquist. Remember, Baez scored on a wild pitch after being hit by a pitch to lead off the third. 2-1 the count. 6-4 our score. And a cut and a miss by Boucher makes it 2-2. And that'll be eye for ball 3. Sandini set the Wentworth school record for strikeouts in a career in just his junior year with Wentworth. And that'll be down and away for ball 4. And Boucher reaches for the first time. So a double, a single, a wild pitch, and a walk to start the 6th. Trouble brewing, much like the 3rd. Baez, who got that big inning started by being hit by a pitch back in the 3rd, comes to the plate, 0 for 1, struck out in the 4th. He's going to try and give himself up and takes ball 1. First 3 batters have reached, much like the 3rd inning. Baez gets us down the third base line. Barehanded throw to first is in time. So the sacrifice goes 5-3. Up to third goes Lindquist. Up to second goes Boucher. 1 out. Thomas Fisher come to the plate, hit by a pitch in the 3rd, but then was forced out at home and grounded out to second in the 4th. And he comes up empty and a swing and a miss, but the pitch went all the way to the backstop, and sliding in to score is Lindquist, and it is 7-4. Boy, save a swing like that for a pitch like that on strike 3. Second run of the inning that scores on a wild pitch. The 3rd run overall that has scored on a wild pitch for the Braves is up to third goes Boucher. Fisher behind 0-1, and he fouls that one off to make it 0-2. And remember, years ago, I was covering a Lexington Blue Sox game, and Ross Curley was in the on-deck circle, and the guy at bat for the Blue Sox swung and missed on a 2-strike pitch, took a pitch that bounced to the backstop all the way away from the catcher on a 2-strike pitch, and then Ross, jokingly from the on-deck circle, said, "Swing now and run." Might not have meant it jokingly, I don't know. This will be grounded to the left side. Pizarro's got it, holds the runner at third, and throws on to first. 2 down. So the lineup turns over, and here is Alex Haslam. 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd, and singled, was caught stealing to end the 4th. Sandini delivers in there for strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the A's will have Alex Wong, P.J. Brown, and James Katzerobis due up. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Sandini comes set, and that'll be outside for ball 1. Smith with a double. And Lindquist with a single to begin this inning, but both runs that have scored this inning have come on wild pitches. And that was nearly another one, but able to keep it in front of him is Braid, and the count will be 2-1. First three batters reached. Boucher walked, and now Boucher's at third. Baez laid down a sac bunt to get Lindquist to third and Boucher to second. And this will be grounded to second. Patron's got it on to first and able to beat the speedy Haslam for the out that retires the side. But the Braves pad their lead with 2 more runs on 2 more hits and leave a runner at third. We are through 5 1/2, 7-4 Braves over the A's in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD, order a DVD of this game, or check out our collection of exclusive merchandise, including the LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. LSP37.creator-spring.com for merchandise, and sanfilipbp@gmail.com to order DVDs of most past LSP video broadcasts. All right, bottom of the 6th, it'll be Alex Wong, P.J. Brown, and James Katzerobis due up. For the A's, trying to claw back into this one once again, and Beatrice misses down in for ball 1 to Wong, who is happy to see Vellante go. He was 0 for 3 against Vellante. 2-0. Trying to get on base for the first time tonight. Braves have had every starter reach base, as that's a check swing in there for strike 1. Wong last night was 0 for 3 through his first 3 plate appearances, all against the starter Jimmy Hodgson. Then got hit by a pitch and drew a walk in his final 2 against Quinn Cleary. The Braves starters giving Wong fits through the last couple of games. Hope to get on base. It would, the A's got the leadoff hitter aboard in each of the first 4 innings, as this is on to first. The strong throw by Cosguani for out number 1, and unfortunately Wong is retired. He is now 0 for 4, 0 for 7 in the last 2 games, and that'll bring up P.J. Brown. Brown 1 for 2, flew out to the left in the first, tripled and scored in the third, and walked, but was stranded at third. In the fourth, as he pops this one foul and out of play for strike 1. So the A's had the leadoff man aboard in the first 4 innings, and the minimum came to bat in the 5th. And now 1-1 count with 1 out and the base is empty to Brown here. In the bottom of the 6th, as there is more action for the Braves down the left field line. Can't see what it is from here, but right now, Brown gonna ground this one to second and on to first. 2 up, 2 down. Couple of ground outs induced by Beatrice. Well, last night the Braves were down to their final 4 outs. Down 2. Here are the A's down to their final 4 outs, down 3 with Katzerobis coming to the plate. Katzerobis has reached all 3 times he's been up. Walk, a hit by pitch, and a single. And he takes strike 1. In the top of the 7th, the Braves will have Halloran, Cosguani, and Beauregard due up, as this is right back to the mound, and a soft toss onto first by Beatrice in a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. After 6 complete, 7-4 Braves over the A's in Game 3 of the 2022 Park League Championship Series here on LSP, as here comes the rain we had been waiting for all day. Funny how that works, huh? Well, that obviously means we're going to put on Creedence Clearwater Revival, right? Website coming back to life soon, along with our currently active social media accounts: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP37, and of course, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. All right, we go to the top of the 7th. We got a new pitcher for the A's, and that'll be on the inside corner for strike 1. To Kyle Halloran, who is 1 for 3 with a fly out to right, a pop up to short, and a single. And that'll get into left field for Halloran's second base hit. Oh, it has an effect on people, yep. All right, here is Cosguani. And a throw over to first and back safely. Cosguani, okay. And that'll get past the catcher, Braid, and up to second. And that should be up. One and oh, that should be I think that should be a pass ball actually on Braid. It looked like he had it and then just went under his glove. So Halloran up to second, a 1-0 count. And Cosguani takes outside ball 2. Oh, wow. Now the rain might have made the turf a little slippery for Cosguani. There's comes up empty. And line of showers past. They're still coming down, but started pretty heavily, but it's settled down a little bit. The 2-1. And that'll be fouled away. 2-2. And this will be grounded to the left side. Pizarro's got it. Throw on to first. One hop into first, but picked up by Katzerobis. And holding at second is Halloran, and that'll be out number 1. That'll be down in for ball 1 to Eddie Beauregard, who is 0 for 3, ground out to second, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the third, and struck out swinging in the fifth. That was all against Sandini, who has a huge cheering section in the comments tonight, but he is on the hook for this one as he goes 6 innings, allows 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks with 2 hit batsmen and 6 strikeouts and 3 wild pitches at that. This will be grounded to the left side, and that'll be foul for strike 2. At Town Field, although look at the condition of Town Field, it looks like the field's just parched. Still 1-2. Popped up. Looks like Patron lost it, and then it drops. Is that an E4 or is that a single, do you think? Yeah, I guess. I mean, if it glanced off his glove, probably an E4, but that'll be a single for Beauregard, his first hit of the ball game. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Beauregard at that. Who we got at first? Thomas Byrne, pinch running again. Sorry? Yep. All right. Well, he scored the winning run last night. Wouldn't be scoring a winning run here, but going to get some speed on if you can get some insurance here as Mike Smith tries to through 2 doubles tonight. And he'll hit this one into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. But everyone's only going to go station to station as the center fielder Wong was coming in, but ended up not being able to make the catch. So no chance for Halloran to score, but it's bases loaded, 1 out. As Smith is now 3 for 4. And Andrew Lindquist, we mentioned his phenomenal numbers, and yet him being asked to lay one down last night with the tying and winning runs on base. And he takes up and in for ball 1. No giving yourself up here. Grip it and rip it, I would say. Lindquist 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles. Nearly another wild pitch. But it is 2-0. with the bases loaded, 1 out, and the Braves looking at a 2-1 series lead. And that'll be ball 3. Bill Fortunato says long game. I mean, we got through 9 innings in 2.5 hours last night. We are just past the 2-hour mark now. 3-0. Ball 4, in comes a run. Lindquist picks up his second RBI of the game. In to score is Halloran, 8-4. And that'll be on the inside corner for strike 1 to Boucher. Boucher walked his last time up, 0 for 2. Struck out in the second and into a fielder's choice in the third with the bases loaded. As that'll be high for ball 1. And notice how far down the line the runner on third, Beauregard, is as the pitch is delivered. And with our pitcher going with a full windup with the bases loaded, does give not Beauregard, Byrne rather, does give Byrne an opportunity to maybe make a break for home. That's how Jacoby Ellsbury stole home, I remember, many years ago in a game against the Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball. Andy Pettit went with a full windup with Ellsbury on third, and Ellsbury just broke for home and stole home uncontested. A swing and a miss, and the count will be full to Boucher. On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Big strikeout there for the second out, and Boucher goes down on strikes for the second time. 2 down now for Rudy Baez. Baez is 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and scored in the third, struck out swinging in the fourth, and laid down a sac bunt in the sixth. 0-1 to the catcher. In the bottom of the seventh, the A's will have Digiacomo, Pizarro, and Linane due up. As that is off the end, leave the bases loaded, but they do get one more run. And we go to the bottom of the seventh, closing time for the Braves. It is Braves 8, A's 4 in Game 3 of the Park League Championship Series here on LSP. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor LSP broadcast for as little as $25 per ad. Email samfeelypbp@gmail.com for more information. The pitcher just now for the A's, by the way, was Brendan O'Neill. And 12 appearances in the regular season. Was 1-0 with a 3.91 ERA in 19 2/3 innings. Allowed 22 hits, 11 runs, all of which were earned. Walked 6, struck out 17. Surrendered 1 home run and hit 1 batter. And he made 3 appearances against the Braves in the regular season. no decisions, $1.50 ERA in 4 2/3 innings, on 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. So here we go to the bottom of the 7th. Chris Digiacomo to lead things off, and Curtis Beatrice delivers just high for ball 1. And by the way, Chris is not in the batting order, I hate to say. So Chris Sandini, that is, addressing the Sandini family there, as that is down and in for ball 2. To Digiacomo, who was 1 for 2, singled in the first, had an RBI and a sacrifice fly in the third, and then flew out to center in the fourth. Beatrice delivers, and that'll be in there for strike 1. 2-1 the count. It's Digiacomo, Pizarro, and Linane due up, and if anybody gets on, Braid. As this is driven deep to right, back to the wall, and it is is that going to be a ground rule double, or yeah, ground rule double? I couldn't tell if the right fielder Halloran had made the catch, slipped and held his glove up, but it's going to be a ground rule double for Digiacomo to lead things off. So gotta keep the line moving if you're the A's. Down 4 here, and down to your final 3 outs of Game 3. Here is Derek Pizarro. 0 for 1, as he has been hit by 2 pitches and grounded into a fielder's choice. He fouls that one off for strike 1. That'll be low, and it bounces away from Baez, but keeps it near him. Never seen so many Italians playing baseball. Well, I mean, Italy does have an Olympic baseball team. It's just that it's mostly made up of Americans of Italian descent. As this is grounded to the left side, shortstop has it, throw on to first for out number 1. Nice throw by Cosguani, and Pizarro is now 0 for 2, as here is Tommy Linane, who is 1 for 3, with a single, a fly out to left, and a fielder's choice. Beatrice trying to not go 5. He only went 3 1/3. Got pulled with 1 out in the 4th. This count will be 1-1. Just missed, ball 2. Also, Pizarro and Picasso were both Spanish, not Italian. As that's fouled off, 2-2. Although the explorer Francisco Pizarro, but there was also a professional soccer player named Francisco Pizarro. And he was Chilean. Oh, he is Chilean. He is actively playing pro soccer. But that is a hit by pitch. And that will put Linane on first. And that's going to put the tying run in the on-deck circle. As here is Adam Braid. First and second, one out. Does put the double play in order. Braid 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored and an RBI. As he pops this one up over towards foul territory, the third baseman dropped it. Boucher dropped it in foul territory. That's going to be a strike, but that's also going to be an E5. So 0-1. Fouled off, and the count will be 0-2. Digiacomo at second, Linane at first, and that'll be downstairs for ball 1. High for ball 2. Figure if Beatrice doesn't get Braid, gonna see a pitching change. This is popped up, foul and out of play. Still 2-2. And time called as Bias is going to go out and have a word with Beatrice. Braid, again, single and scored in the second, and an RBI single in the third. Struck out swinging. He was Beatrice's first strikeout victim. Runners not being held. The pitch fouled off again. 8-4 our score. Braves have led since the top of the third when they went up 5-1. A's got to within 5-4 after 4. As this is ground to the right side, first baseman will take it to the bag himself for the out. Up to second goes Linane. Up to third goes Digiacomo. So 2 runners in scoring position and 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th, as it will be up to Ryan McGowan-Conran, who is 1 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, struck out swinging in the third, and singled in the 5th. And that'll be fouled in the screen for strike 1. The Braves 1 out away from taking a 2-1 series lead after being 4 outs away and even 1 out away from being down 2-0. What a swing. If Owen won the count. And this will be lined up the middle for a base hit. Into scores Digiacomo. Being held at third is Lanane. First and third. 8-5 our score. And that brings the tying run to the plate. As McGowan Conran picks up his second hit of the night. No pitching change. Patron comes to the plate for the 5th time. And he hits this one into right field. And it is caught. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat. It's secured by Halloran. And the EI Braves take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 Park League Championship Series, with the win going to Curtis Beatrice and the loss going to Chris Sandini. And our player of the game, I think you got to give it to Mike Smith. Smith, 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, 2 runs, 3 RBIs. The Braves win 8-5 in a game that took 2 hours and 22 minutes, and take a 2-1 series lead with Game 4 tomorrow night at Town Field in Dorchester. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes and beyond since 2011. Copyright 2022. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. And remember to follow and support LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, LSP 37, and of course subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from Monan Park at BC High in Boston, Mass. It is the EI Braves 8 and the Boston A's 5. The Braves take a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 Park League Championship Series. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.